Hey everybody, this is Matt Shue from Upright Health, and I'm here today with Josh. Are we using Josh, or are we gonna use a
Hi,
pseudonym?
I'm Josh's twin,
This is Josh's twin, Michael.
who's from a different country.
Michael was actually separated from Josh at birth, raised in Australia,
Australia,
apparently.
yeah.
Apparently. So Michael from Australia
Do a lot of surfing, eh?
is here with me.
The kangaroos.
Like a Canadian surfer. So anyway, Josh is here to illustrate a point that I was emailing. We're trying to get across via email for one of our Skype clients. And so this client of ours has been having major hip issues, and so we've been showing him different ways to train to try to get his hips to feel better again. And one of the things he noticed is that he sits at a desk all day. Typically, like the rest of us in modern society, sits a lot, and his hips would get uncomfortable. So a lot of times people think, well, maybe the solution is the sit-stand desk. I can stand up, sit down, stand up, sit down, and maybe this will be exactly what Michael's doing. Is a perfect example. He's trying to change the situation. He's no longer sitting, so maybe that's going to solve all his problems. And this is what our client was thinking. The point that I wanted to get across was that sitting and standing does not actually give you that much extra healthy stimulus for your hips, right? So you can see with Michael, you can see with Michael, when he goes to sit and stand, what is changing? If you think about what his hips are doing when he's sitting, he's crushing his glutes. He is in a position of basically neutral with his hips, but he's never going into a situation where his hips are abducted, meaning spread out and apart. He's always got his adductors, these inner thigh muscles, in a shortened position. What happens when you stand up, Michael? Well, he's now in hip extension a little bit, but his adductors are still in the same position. Are you using your glutes, Michael?
No.
No. Does he have to use his glutes? Do you have to use your glutes right now?
No.
No, absolutely not. So while he may not be crushing the glutes at this moment, Michael is not actually using the glutes, and he's not using his hip muscles in any really dramatically different way than when he's sitting. He's just not crushing muscles as much. The sitting and standing motion is really only a difference of 90 degrees of range, right? If you sit down, Michael's now got a 90-degree bend in his hips, and that's all that's changed, but now he's crushing those muscles. If he stands up, he's made a 90-degree change, but that's it. So you can see how that is not really going to provide enough of a difference throughout the day to help your hips feel good. If you can never get your adductors opened up, if you're never stretching, you're never doing anything to change the position that your joint is having to go through, then it's really likely that things are not going to feel good. So I've also tied up Michael's upper body so you can kind of see this. Just imagine what would happen if you are tied up like this all day long. Do you think your shoulders are going to feel that good at the end of the day, Mike?
No, mate.
No. Do you think you could throw another shrimp on the Barbie effectively at the end of a workday?
Not at all.
Yeah, not at all, right?
Not at all.
What happens if the steak catches on fire on the barbecue and you need to get over and pull that meat off? And you can't move beyond this 90 degrees at your elbows.
Crikey.
Right. You are going to be eating Vegemite for dinner that night. That's what's going to be happening. Yes. So if you are dealing with a situation where you're stuck at work all day and you're only changing things up by 90-degree angles only at specific joints, which is what most of us are doing in front of the computer, 90 degrees at the elbows, 90 degrees at the hips, 90 degrees at the knees. And we're never changing anything else. We're never abducting. We're never going up overhead and doing anything like that. Then we're going to start to see that our joints don't like doing more than that and find it more difficult to even accomplish those motions when we really want them to accomplish those motions. So for poor Michael here, if we kept him here like this for 3 days, think about what's going to happen to his shoulder mobility. Watch it, Hulk. If we kept the band wrapped around his ankles and he can never abduct, he's going to have some stiff hips. He's going to have some really tight adductors. He's going to have some weak glutes, even if he's just sitting and standing and sitting and standing all day. So hopefully this gives you a better concept of how to approach immobility in daily life. It gives you an idea of what you really need to do and kind of gives you this perspective of what you end up actually doing to yourself every day when you're just sitting in the same position day in, day out. Michael, if you had the choice, would you live like this?
No.
No.
No way.
Be out surfing, huh?
I'd be out surfing, hanging with the Crocs.
All right, Michael, that's the Crocs in the ocean?
But
All right. I hope everybody that you find this video somewhat helpful, and I hope you remember that pain sucks.
life shun it.